This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity again. This is just going to be a series of one-shot videos, almost certainly not a full playthrough. I felt like jumping back into Pillars of Eternity and starting a new character from the beginning. I've been jonesing, absolutely jonesing, for Tyranny, the new Obsidian game that's coming out next month on the 10th, November 10th. I'm going to be streaming it and recording it as soon as it comes out, like a crazy person. I probably won't do a 24-hour stream like I did with Mankind Divided, but I'll do a long-ass stream that day nonetheless. Even if it isn't 24 hours, it'll be long. And I can't wait to play that game. I'm really excited about it, so I just want to get back into something similar to it, which is Pillars of Eternity. I've got a new concept, so here's what I'm going to do for this playthrough as long as it lasts. Again, definitely not promising this is a full playthrough, because it probably won't be. But I'm going to start a new character. My character's going to be a barbarian, and my character's going to run solo. No companions, and I'm not going to pause. And I'm going to run on the easiest difficulty. And I'm going to be evil as I can be. I'm going to do all the most evil possible shit just to be evil. So evil, solo, no pause, barbarian on easiest setting. That's what's going to happen here. So, let's go. New game. Bam. It's time. Bam. Story time. Going story time. I don't even care. It is time for stories. I just want my solo evil barbarian to roam the lands wrecking things. Pillars of Eternity. In addition, of course I will be reading and voice acting the dialogues, but I'm not going to be rereading the books, or journal entries, or bestiary entries, or item descriptions. I've already...
Dragons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know.
I love these narrated sections.
The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
We'll go no further tonight. So there is Searing Scale, the Evil Barbarian. Yeah, close. Close. I thought about playing a Chanter and being a spoony bard, but can't do it. There we go. Pretty sure almost exactly what kind of character I'm going to make. So, female. Godlike. Fire Godlike. Amauicized. Rawr. Barbarian. With Frenzy. We're going to go Might. We're going to go Dexterity to the minimum. Very slow, but gives a fuck. Constitution to the max, very tough. Perception to the max. Resolve? No fucking resolve here. No resolve. We're maxed out on Might, Con, and Perception. That gives us the best accuracy, damage, and health. We're really slow with a low Dexterity, and we're really fucking shitty Resolve. And the rest goes into Intellect. Pretty smart for a Barbarian. So, my concept is that this evil Fire Godlike was taken away from her parents as a baby because she was born, you know, like this, and forced into slavery, and sold, and forced to fight, and work for the benefit of others like she was property, and eventually she was able to rise up and escape, and she is just filled with rage. She's filled with rage. She's never known friendship. She's never known love. She's never known family. She is just full of fury. A raging volcano of anger and hostility And now she is going forth to sear her mark upon the world. Boss Pie, good to see you. How you doing, Boss Pie? She was badly tortured and maimed as a child, and she's never recovered from it. Therefore, her body lacks the flexibility of a normal, healthy person. That's why her dexterity is so low. She walks with a limp. She doesn't have full range of motion, and yet she is very strong and very tough. Because she has never been taught right and wrong, she's never been taught to respect others, to believe in something, to love anyone. Because she's never been taught these things, she has little resolve. She is essentially morally weak. That is why she is just evil. So her resolve is terrible. Alright, here we go. She's going to be from Rawatai. She's going to be a slave. Her colors are going to be red and really dark red. We're going with this head, not these other two heads. We're going with this one with the fiery horns looking business. We're going to go right over here to this one, the fiery hair looking nonsense. And we're ready to rock. She will have none of these voices.
Surrounds me.
Now I am leader of the group.
Stand together! Steady does it.
I'll lead the way.
None. I'm going none. She conducts her battle in silence, with no need to spout off any of these trivial lines. No voice. Her name is Furia Fire Snake. Branding. Literally, because, you know, heat and brand. Alright, Furia Fire Snake. That's her name, and she's ready to kick some ass. She's not a mute. She'll talk, but she speaks very quietly. Here we go. Gilded Vale. It begins. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
The old rumbling rot. It's not good. Sounds kind of like a thing I wouldn't want to have. Dead in a day if you don't drink water.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Scare me up some water. Good luck with that.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odema looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old, sun-bleached bow. He nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow of his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Those fucking Glonfothans, man. They're crazy.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
He adds with a wink.
Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Odema shrugs.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business.
It's more dangerous than you think.
And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate.
What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Beawick is bad. It really is.
What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from?
Nope.
Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Oh, I believe him. Odema frowns.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Used to be living, but not these days. You would think that it might form itself into pillars of eternity.
The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I have learned all I can from this fool. I tire of his voice. I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
I work alone. Who am I about to be saddled with?
It's the name of the game, I know, right, Boss Pie? He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some spring berries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Oh, snap. I like her little brooch there.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Odema chuckles and shakes his head. He looks at you. He casts a sidelong glance at her.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
I have no time for this simpleton's fears.
Okay.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Alrighty then. Let's see.
Stay quiet.
Sneaky time. Weapon swap. Movement. Select all. Alright. Giant miniature space piglet. Get in the thing. John's pledge. Get on my body. That's gonna get sold, I think. That's gonna get sold. Alright, let's see. What's in the area? There's... These tall glass green pillars appear as if they have sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within. You were hoping that you'll sing it like in Lone Wolf? Oh, God. Caravaner. I can't open this. I don't have required lockpicks. Now do I have them? No.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
I'll take it.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Get over here.
Give me your things. All of them.
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head and laughs when he notices you. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
He looks at his wagon and grins ruefully.
How incredibly naive. I'm surprised you've lasted this long.
He folds his arms and surveys the wagon. Then I suppose I should be counting my blessings.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Have to engage these peasants in conversation so they will think I care. Less suspicion that way.
He laughs. He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Raed Sarans' work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical.
Seems like you got the short end of the stick.
I don't see it that way. Herden begins restacking the crates in his wagon. My brothers and I are all working together for the sake of the family enterprise.
Tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners.
Let's see what you've got.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell. And we're going to buy a greatsword. And we're going to buy a brigandine armor. And we're going to buy some lockpicks. I can't afford all that. Okay, hold on. Take the lockpicks and the sword. Then I will take the sword and equip it here. That's what Fire Godlikes look strange without their clothes. Guess it's to be expected. Take that.
Something else you need?
We'll sell this armor and this and this. We'll buy this armor here. And this potion. Cool. Potions. Lockpicks. I think I can just keep those in the thing. And some Brigandine armor. There we go. Good times. I need to set some things to some things. Hotkeys. All right. Now, let's come over here. Let's pick this lock. Let's quick save. We haven't done that yet. In fact, let's save. Potion of minor endurance. I'll take it.
I work alone. Stop following me. I do not need your help.
And yet she just keeps following her. Fucking Kalisha. See what's over here? Nothing. The fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged wound
Not
in its
looking
trunk.
forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Why are you talking to me? We are not friends.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. It's getting serious. Barfell.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
What
I
you
know
need?
what you need to do. You need to turn that shit off. Admeth's weird. Got some. This path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came. Grooves
We
in the
shouldn't
road.
stray too far.
Shut up.
Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Stop telling me what to do. You will regret this. It'd be a shame if an accident were to befall you before we can return to camp.
An accident. Sometimes accidents happen. Found a dead person. Travelers, maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign any way you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark becrusted... No, not becrusted. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. It's besmirched and bespattered. Yeah, I'll take these things. Oh, and there's an old skeleton. Bum 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 bum. There we go, it's about to get serious. I have a strange illness. Nothing over here. Hold on, let's check out my auto pause. I have no auto pause whatsoever. Cool. siege! Ooh, 24. Wolf defeated! Wolfhide now belongs to me.
This is it.
I know this is it.
Spring berries, got 'em. Woo! I'm good at this game. So, what's a slave doing in the free palatinate of Deerwood? Guessing those marks on your back didn't come from loving caresses.
How dare she? How dare she speak of my scars? She asks too many questions. I was on a galley at sea.
Yeah? How is it you happen to come here?
We conspired against our masters. When we found an opening, we took over the ship and sent them overboard.
You do what you can to survive. What else can someone be expected to do? Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radrick's offer makes a girl think, I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot?
Too many questions. I hadn't given it much thought.
No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So, you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way.
Why does she ask me these things? Too curious, too curious.
What is my answer?
Getting into trouble, I expect.
Ha! You've come to the right country. This whole place is crawling with troublemakers. It's a point of pride for them. Anyway, I'm wasting time here.
Yes, you are.
Odemo give me an earful. Let's be on our way.
Why are you here?
Kalisha sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. Trundling? Nice, Nox. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried. But that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Examinal. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here and we'll see. Odema I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me.
Tell me about yourself.
I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rawatai and another in Edir. My sister in Gilded Vale, she is the only real homebody.
What can you tell me about Deerwood?
I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Edir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it.
All right, let's get back to camp.
You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you your water.
No, I will be going alone. I have lured her into a false confidence. She feels safe, but she knows too much about me. She knows too much.
Watch it!
She knows too much. I must dispose of
Careful.
her. I will say the wolf got her.
Because Lone Wolf sent the Moonstone away?
Watch it.
This is going to take a while to kill her because I got to get through her whole health bar because her endurance keeps regenerating because we're not actually in combat.
Watch it.
Come on, Kalisha, die already.
Ah!
Miss?
Careful.
How are you going to miss? She's standing there with no armor or anything. The defense is 33.
Careful.
My accuracy is 33. That's a shitty accuracy. And I have the maxed out perception stat to try to get me the most accuracy
Careful.
possible. Would you hurry up and die for the love of God?
Ah! Watch it. This is it for me.
It is. Oh, one more hit and you're done.
Shouldn't have asked so many
Careful.
questions.
Oh, I can't actually kill her? Oh, I can. I just need to hit her one more time now. There we go. Now she's actually gone. And she has no loot because I already took all of her stuff. Okay.
Good. Now I can hear myself think.
Gotta kill your own party members when you're evil, 'cause that's what evil people do. Being evil, being evil. It's lots of fun when you're evil. Actually, I usually don't like playing evil characters, but trying something different, you know, something different. Oh, we got us some beer here. The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Deer cap, got one. That's all I needed. That's all I needed for my evil plan. Now I can take over the world. Now that I got this deer cap. Alright, let's quick save. Let's do this. You crouch at the riverbank and lower your water skin into the cool water. As you rise, you notice movement at the tree line from out of the corner of your eye. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath. Sparfell's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. I don't think he's gonna make it. He's not doing good. Oh, I'm getting jumped. You will not leave this place. See how I hit them both because of my frenzy thing? Or because of my carnage as a barbarian? Good night, motherfuckers! Bow, some hide armor, and some blah, 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 blah.
None will stand against me.
I hear the sound of fighting.
I hear the sound of helpless fools being slaughtered.
Get wrecked. Oh, nighty night, buddy. Nighty night. Another quick save. Here we go. It's about to get serious. No Teodan. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heodan, the last of your caravan left standing.
Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose.
You
will try to kill us all. Either way, why make it easy?
The man gives a slight sideways nod of his head, perhaps acknowledging the astuteness of your response.
Many things may happen. The only one you can be sure of is that if you hold your weapons, I will drain his blood upon the ground. I care nothing for that fool. So I say again, lay down your arms.
Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Alright, we got a lot of options here. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy. Your courage is a mask. Might as well be killing yourself. Rush him before he can react. Let's go with...
Your courage is a mask. None of you has yet slain a true warrior.
Yeah, Fury's like, I don't give a fuck if you kill him. I'm going to kill him if you don't kill him. So, you know what I'm saying? Do me a favor. Save me some time. The man's brow creases, questioning.
We have killed many trespassers like you. Your kills are sloppy. The wounds on these people are inefficient and off-target. This is the work of untested men, unaccustomed to carelessness. Or accustomed to carelessness, is what I meant to say.
The man bares his teeth. He looks at Heodan, helpless, his eyes shut tightly for the killing blow. The man spits.
We'll see whose courage is a mask.
He shoves Heodan towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Heodan's torso. Heodan screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Fuck Heodan, honestly. Oh, those guys went down quick. Von Fathen leader. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise, his companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you.
Forgive us!
Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them.
Good. Good. The gods are just.
A queer smile crosses his face.
I am ready.
The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. Some people fear it, some people cheer it. No, that's not how it goes. Some people hear it, some people fear it. Spirit, some people just won't go near it. It's like an angry spirit anyway. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst a howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Get to the chopper! Alright. We're gonna get inside and run. So shit gets super dramatic here. A Beowulf is no joke. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step. You set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation.
As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Heoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Bye, Heoden. Restrained, Heoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind, from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. No, I think not. I need my weapon. Fuck Heoden. Allow Heoden to break free on his own. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he will be fine. Resting free of the attacker's grip, Heoden lands a blow that sends the assailant reeling, and he makes a mad dash for the ledge upon which you stand. Suddenly, as he reaches for the rock face, his body jerks back and is rigid, as though it were a bow being strung. His shrieks of pain grow panicked, abandoned of all restraint, like someone tethered to a stake and set aflame. A slender wisp of spectral light emerges from his back, rising out of him like smoke before separating itself and disappearing into the ether. All at once, the screams stop, and Heoden is dead. Cool, that did save me some time. Thanks, Beowick. There is a deep resonance to the wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. That's a lot of shaking. That's a lot of shaking right there. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Oh, we're about to be trapped in some falling rocks. And we're loading. Loading screens of eternity begin now. Alright, cool. So I'm alone, as I wanted to be. I only regret that I didn't get to steal Heoden's items. So how are we doing here? What are our quests? Bum, 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 bum. Escape the ruins. Escape the ruins. Gilded Veil. Yeah, I know. Let's... The lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Let's do a quick save here. Small shield and a torch. I need no torch. My head is a torch. Got some hammer and chisel, some camping supplies. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Azarab! A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Oh, we're supposed to feel sorry for him. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh. Oh, it hasn't had enough to eat. But you recognize it as Azarab. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. It's doing so badly and it's so afraid. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard.
I give no fucks! The Zorap's eyes narrow as it hisses at you. It lunges, raising the spear. Ooh. One-shotted, son! One-shotted. And I took his tongue just to add injury to insult, or insult to injury. Adding something to something. Oh, we got us a special gem and a journal. Pretty cool. Bum, 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 bum. That's enough out of you, scolder whelp. Got an ear. Friends, Romans, countrymen, scolders, lend me your ears. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. I will push on the wall with my mighty strength. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. I'll push on it myself. You push with all your might, and the crack begins to spread. Finally, you feel the ancient masonry give way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. That's right. That is right. What is this fucker doing? Fury! One shot! That is what I'm talking about. Oh, barbarian power. That barbarian power. It's the power of being a barbarian. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, it's a spider. Where the fuck are you going? Zoom in for that jibbing! Somebody got their ass jibbed. They got jibbed. Oh, I can't. Nope. 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 Note to the note power. Need to go back the other way. Need to go back the other way. Need to go back the other way. Don't know why I sang that 3 times over and over. It was weird. Alright, the ruins. Yeah, maybe a clue about their meaning nearby. I think I know how to turn them off. Especially since I'm a fire godlike, I can just light these things with my head. A symbol of a patterned circle is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Touch your fiery hair to the brazier. Yes! Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. Alright, I light all these things. Light them with my head. I light shit with my head. This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of Ingwithans from all the Kith races. A Mawa, Elf, Orland, Dwarf, and Human. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span this chamber, each one topped with a flame. It's more pillars of eternity. I mean, if you're not a godlike, you can just use a torch. You can equip a torch and use it to light these things. But it's pretty cool to just be able to do it with your head. You know what I'm saying? There, now I can get across that middle section. Bum, 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 bum. Bro, I'm angry. Get fucked up, ooze. Handled. Handled. Got some ooze goo. Got a poleaxe. Ooh, a poleaxe. Hold on. I like the sound of a poleaxe. Let's do a comparison. Alright, a poleaxe, same speed, same interrupt, same damage. But greatsword is slash pierce, a poleaxe is slash crush. Alright. Maybe I'll use a poleaxe and keep the sword as my offhand, my other weapon. I wonder if there's any hidden stuff around here. Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. Furia, I whip my hair back and forth. Yes! I whip my fiery hair back and forth. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. I'll use my water skin to clear off the ooze. Even though dude said I needed to drink this water or I would die. Whatever, whatever. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. I think I'm going to pull a Cyto and pry that other gem out of there. And I'm sure nothing bad will happen, right? There won't be a shadow demon that appears and kicks my ass. No, I will place the other gem in it, which seems like the dumbest thing to do when you could just take out the other gem and have 2 gems. Place the gem in the eye socket. Here we go. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. And what happens next? What happens next? I go into a fury. I kill a black ooze. Oh, crit for 29! 29. Oh, and I got a cloak and some Audra and an amethyst. Yep. I said, yep. Give me that. Give me that. Put that on. Oh, I got my red cloak. Lul's gem. I know, right? Oh, my bad, motherfucker. It's right on my bad, motherfucker. Alright, now I can cross this thing because I've disarmed it by lighting those pillars. With my pole axe. Hey, spider. I don't even need to rage for you. I think we're done here. Oh yeah, we got a body. We got an acorn helm. I'm not gonna wear it. I can't wear it, in fact. I can't wear helms because I'm a godlike. Godlikes can't wear helms. See? The head slot is locked. Battle forged. That's pretty cool. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Bloodstone and a rapier. Alright. We're doing pretty good. We've gone through everything by ourselves so far and we've only lost a little bit of health. Doing pretty good. Pretty good. I wonder if I put an AI script on and I could just watch my character play the game for herself. I love how the three options are none, aggressive, and berserk. No, I'm gonna leave the AI off. Alrighty. In our next episode, we will exit the Silant Lys caves, the ruins here, and see what awaits us outside. But that is gonna do it for this one. So, thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity, Season 2.